Head injuries and concussions are a risk every young athlete faces now.
And if it happens, parents are left not only afraid, but filled with questions like, should I pull my child out of that sport? Well, tonight, the experts have some real-world advice, and what they have to say about it might surprise you. Steve Garagiola here now with the very latest, and this is such an important issue.
Well, it really is, because one, there's so many kids involved, and there is so much misunderstanding about concussions. If you do have a young athlete in your family, you know very well that in any sport, they risk getting hurt. But nothing scares a parent like the phrase brain injury.
Another leap, and the ball comes out, but they say Hockenson is down as now he's hurt.
Detroit Lions rookie T.J. Hockenson.
I just hope he's okay. Boy, he went down so hard and his head hit the turf. So you don't want to speculate, but you'd have to think now going in the concussion protocol.
Pick any sport. No athlete is immune to the risk of concussion, a misunderstood and elusive injury.
You can't see a concussion on an MRI or on a CT scan like you could see a rotator cuff tear or a broken bone on an x-ray.
Lauren Lobert is a certified physical therapist. She wants parents to know that, yes, concussion is a brain injury, but one we should work to understand, not fear.
It's a transient event. Your kid will be fine, and they'll go back to their normal life.
Focus on the X.
This is Donovan Wright, a football player at South Lyon East High School, recovering from his fourth concussion.
On concussions in the past, I have had noticeable symptoms with, headaches and, vomiting or blurry vision and stuff like that. But this one has been really, acute and easy.
Donovan is here to see Dr. Jeffrey Kutcher, an internationally known expert on concussions, at his sports neurology clinic in Brighton.
Just today in clinic, I've had 3 sets of parents who were convinced that, this is my daughter's 3rd concussion, for example. I'm worried about the risk of long-term brain health.
Dr. Kutcher believes that maybe the pendulum of concern has swung too far with regard to concussions.
The risk of playing sports from a brain health perspective went from nobody cares to everybody's worried about it and frankly scaring people unnecessarily. Life is a contact sport in many ways, right? I mean, people have tried to compare what's the real risk of sort of a football player on a Friday night. Probably his biggest risk was, driving to the game. As far as long-term injury risk.
Dr. Kutcher says the real threat may be removing children from sports with the well-intentioned goal of protecting them from injury.
Then it's mood issues, sleep issues, anxiety starts creeping up. Headache syndromes become more prominent. All those things people then say, oh, it must have been that last concussion. When in actuality, no, it's the fact that you took that sport away from them, and you took away their identity, and you took away their social structure, their self-awareness, and you've created much more problems than they ever would have had from injuries from playing sport.
On this day, Donovan gets the green light.
Yeah, from this point forward, we'll just clear to play football.
Couple of things. Number one, what a gift for these local young athletes. Dr. Kutcher is the neurologist for the U.S. Olympic team, NFL, NBA, NHL, and local athletes in Metro Detroit. The key is to be educated and not frightened. Remember the concussion ABCs. Assess the situation, be alert for signs and symptoms, and then contact your healthcare provider just to be on the safe side. But learn. Don't be frightened.
Okay, I have to admit, you gave me a new perspective, because I'm one of those who was like,
pull them out.
They can't play football. They can't do this.
He's got a great perspective a lot of parents should listen to.
Especially the fact that they'll affect them. They won't be playing their sports.
Coaches and officials make them follow the rules so that they don't use their head and that kind of thing, but let them play.
As they said, those kids, they'll be fine. I was just going to say, you heard in there, I think more parents need to hear that. They'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, well, Bernie's not around today, so I'm going to stay with you for a few minutes and talk some more football. Let's talk Michigan football. Coach Harbaugh. He'd like more from his offense, but boy, had to feel good about his defense, not allowing a touchdown against Iowa on Saturday. But today the coach says don't worry about the Michigan offense. They are so close to really starting to click.
Yeah, I feel like we're very close offensively and very close to hitting the stride of hitting on all cylinders. Have really good evidence to back that up, and also what I see.
He's so dialed in. Playoff baseball this afternoon in the American League. Tampa Bay Rays live to fight another day against the Houston Astros. Rays win 10-3. Houston still leads that best-of-5 series 2-1. 4 home runs for Tampa Bay this afternoon. This one in the second inning, that was a blast. 3-run shot from Kevin Kiermaier. Rays go up 5-1, and they would just add to it. Brandon Lau adds another one in the fourth inning. Tampa Bay stays alive, beating the Astros 10-3. Game 4 tomorrow afternoon in Tampa. National League, it's the Braves and the Cardinals. We'll check on that game at 6 o'clock. And how about the Red Wings? Off to a perfect start. 2 wins in 2 games. Last night, they beat Dallas in the home opener at Little Caesars Arena 4-3. Anthony Mantha had a good night. He scored all 4 goals for the Red Wings.
Larkin won it. Hronek across Mantha. Scores! 4 goals!
Now, I'm not saying he's going to do it, but on this pace, he would score 300 goals this season, which may be setting expectation a little high. But, you know, you got to aim high. Wings host Anaheim's Ducks tomorrow night.
Yeah, I like the way they move the numbers there.
Yeah, he's not going to score 3.
Very well, but it's nice to dream
He
a little
could.
bit.
What is the pace? 320? 300 would be under that. So
All right,
he's
that's fair.
well on pace for that.
Well, if 3's a hat trick, what's 4?
We're going to discuss that at 6.
Oh, look at that.
Funny you should have brought this up.
The full tux, they call it.
There you go.
I don't know.
Teasing for
Not
speed.
quite sure what that is.
I'll get my $20 now. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Goodness gracious. We've got the. I tore up the desk, apparently. Clouds took off, and that left us with a good amount of sunshine, which is going to finish us out this afternoon. In fact, most of the upcoming week does not look a whole lot different. So we've got a very nice stretch of weather here that's going to last through Friday. And then things are going to change a little bit as we get into the weekend. And speaking of quiet, after a very active couple of weeks in the tropics, Caribbean, the Atlantic, Gulf, all quiet as far as tropical systems go, which is probably not all that unexpected because when you look at the tropical season, we're on the backside of the curve now. That was the peak. And now here, as we get into early October, there's a little bit of a lull. But also notice there's a little secondary peak that we're going to hit here, at least historically, over the next couple weeks with the amount of tropical storms. So we'll have to see if the activity sort of ticks up as we get into the next couple. 47 tonight, clear and colder, maybe a little bit of patchy fog as we start out tomorrow morning. 67 on the high side tomorrow. So those numbers all the way through Friday are above average. And then we go way below it as Saturday and Sunday move in. Those are highs, mid-50s Saturday and Sunday. So there could be some spots where we start looking at 30s consistently for overnight lows.
Yeah.
Turn on the heat.
You know where your parka is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I'm always cold. I wore it last week, maybe the week before. Whenever it got chilly that one day.
You're making me cold just talking about it. Still to come, there is one thing we can say for certain. Jimmy Carter is a man of his word.
The promise he kept even after suffering a bad fall over the weekend.
Yeah. But first, a wedding photographer is absolutely devastated over something that happened at a Lions game. That's next.